Lesson 45, Media.
Assignment. Assignment.
This assignment has to be turned in before midnight.
Choose. Choose.
Alan chooses to read the New York Times over the Wall Street Journal.
Constantly. Constantly.
People constantly look to the news to keep up to date on what is going on in the world.
Constitute. Constitute.
All the different news sources constitute the media industry.
Decision. Decision.
Newspaper editors often have to make quick decisions about which stories to publish.
Disseminate. Disseminate.
The media disseminates news across the world.
Impact. Impact.
The story of the presidential scandal had a huge impact on the public.
In-depth. In-depth.
The newspaper gave in-depth coverage of the tragic bombing.
Investigate. Investigate.
Reporters need to thoroughly investigate the facts before publishing their stories.
Link. Link.
The computer links will take you to today's headlines.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
It is convenient to subscribe to the newspaper because it is delivered to your house daily.
Thorough. Thorough.
The story was the result of thorough research. Word families, choose. No one was surprised when the student decided to choose a career in journalism. Choice. It's your choice whether we use a color or black and white photo. Choosy. The editor was famous for being choosy about whom she wanted on her staff. Constancy. The reporter's constancy in writing thorough news reports earned her a loyal following of readers. Constant. The constant ringing of the telephone distracted Susan from writing her report. Constantly. The editor constantly asks the reporters to recheck their facts. Decide. The editor decided not to publish the story because the facts were unreliable. Decision. The decision to lay off several reporters was made for financial reasons alone. Decisive. Newspaper editors must be decisive when determining which stories go on the front page. Investigate. Alban was excited about his first chance to investigate a story. Investigation. The investigation into the president's past was covered by the media worldwide. Investigative. After turning up details in the crime that even the police had missed, Helen became well known as an investigative reporter. Subscribe. I subscribe to the local newspaper to stay current. Subscription. Buying a subscription to the magazine was much less expensive than buying individual issues. Subscribers. The magazine went out of business because it did not have enough subscribers. Thoroughness. A newspaper cannot survive long without a reputation for thoroughness. Thorough. Toshi is famous for her thorough and fair reporting of the issues. Thoroughly. The reporter thoroughly checked all his facts to avoid any potential embarrassment. Word Practice, Part 1, Words in Context. Read the following passage and write the words in the blanks below. Assignments, constitutes, impact, links, chooses, decisions, in-depth, subscribes, constant, disseminated, investigative, thoroughly. Chen likes to get his news from the paper. Lemma learns on the television to find out what's going on in the world. Eve, to more magazines than she can keep track of, whereas Kobe, to listen to radio talk shows that cover issues, to tap into what's going on in the world. All these people are touched by the media. What is the media? What, the media? The media consists of all the ways that news and information is, to a mass audience. The media covers everything from hard news, which is reporting, to stories that are purely entertaining, such as whether your favorite movie star was on the best dressed/worst dressed list. Whether in print or broadcast on TV, the stories are the product of the reporting of many journalists who write the stories, and editors who give out the, assess the quality of the writing and research, and make the, about where and when the stories run. The news has an immediate. The internet puts global news onto the personal computer on your desk. Almost all browsers have, to up-to-the-minute news stories from various news services. You can get news updates from a variety of sources via your personal computer, providing you with the most up-to-date and coverage. Part 2, Incomplete Sentences. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. 1. I don't want to pressure you, but you need to. The reporter who will cover the mayor's race this year. A. Chosen. B. Choosy. C. Choose. D. Choice. 2. By asking questions, Harry was able to get the information he wanted for his report. A. Constant. B. Constancy. C. Consistence. D. Constantly. 3. Georgette, to stop subscribing to the newspaper because she felt the quality of the reporting had deteriorated. A. Decision. B. Decided. C. Decides. D. Decisive. 4. The reporters followed the official, by interviewing all the witnesses to the crime. A. Investigate. B. Investigation. C. Investigative. D. Investigational. 5. I need to renew my, for cable television, but I can't find leave form. A. Subscribing. B. Subscription. C. Subscriber. D. Subscribe. 6. The editor was impressed with how the reporter was in getting the details from his sources. A. Thorough. B. Thoroughness. C. Thoroughly. D. Thoroughbred. Part 3. Text completion. Choose the word or phrase that best completes the sentence. Stay on top of what's happening in today's world by To News Story Weekly, the weekly news magazine that is read by politicians, corporate executives, and ordinary citizens like you. News Story Weekly provides you with coverage of the week's most important news, both national and international. News Story Weekly thoroughly investigates worldwide events that have an impact on your life and delivers this news to your mailbox every week. News Story Weekly is disseminated throughout the country and is read by citizens from all walks of life. People who care about what's happening in the world. News Story Weekly. Shouldn't you be one of them? To subscribe to News Story Weekly, call our offices at 888-685-9321, or visit us online at www.nsw.com. 1. A. Subscribe. B. To subscribe. C. Subscribing. D. Should subscribe. 2. A. Depth. B. In-depth. C. Deepen. D. Deepened. 3. A. Is choosing. B. Has chosen. C. Chooses. D. Choose. Part 4. Reading Comprehension. Questions 1 to 5 refer to the following 2 letters. April 12, 20XX, Michelle Richards. News Story Weekly, 346 Howard Avenue. White River, NH. Dear Ms. Richards, I am a journalist and an avid reader of News Story Weekly. It has long been my dream to write for your magazine. I graduated from National University a year ago with a degree in journalism. For the past 6 months I have been working as an investigative reporter for the Bluefield Daily, my hometown newspaper. This newspaper is disseminated throughout the state. I work on assignments involving local politics. In my opinion, News Story Weekly is the top news magazine in the country. It has had a great impact on my life. I started reading it at an early age, and it inspired me to pursue a career as a reporter. If there is a position available for a reporter at News Story Weekly, I would be interested in applying for it. I believe that my educational background and work experience qualify me for such a position. I am enclosing several of my articles that appeared in the Bluefield Daily as writing samples. I have letters of reference available if you need them. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Mark Conway. April 19, 20XX. Mark Conway, 1255 Park Place, Apartment 10. Bluefield, Emma. Dear Mr. Conway, thank you for your letter of April 12 inquiring about a position as a reporter. We are constantly looking for reporters to work for our magazine, and we currently have an opening for a reporter to cover regional news. You seem to be well qualified, and we would welcome your application. I would need to see your reference letters as well as a resume. The closing date for this position is May 15th. We will make our choice after that date and let you know what we decide by the 1st of June. Thank you for your interest in News Story Weekly. Sincerely, Michelle Richards. 1. Why did Mark Conway write the letter? A. To express an opinion about the news. B. To get a subscription to News Story Weekly. C. To offer Ms. Richards an assignment. D. To apply for a job as a reporter. 2. What did Mark Conway enclose with his letter? A. Newspaper articles. B. A resume. C. Letters of reference. D. His university diploma. 3. When will Mark Conway know Michelle Richards' decision? A. April 12th. B. April 15th. C. May 15th. D. June 1st. 4. The word impact in the first letter, second paragraph, line 2 is closest in meaning to A. Interest, B. Influence, C. Difference, D. Education. 5. The word constantly in the second letter, line 2 is closest in meaning to A. Always, B. Sometimes, C. Rarely, D. Infrequently.